The Engender mod Wither Storm is spawned in using a Wither Storm fusion spawning part. And his first form consists of a regular Wither with a command block in its rib cage, which is pretty much the only difference until it starts eating things. Now the Crackers Wither Storm mod will have you start off by building your Wither Storm with your regular Wither building form, but with a command block in the center instead of a piece of soul sand, which I have so graciously sped up for you. And once the Wither Storm has been summoned, as you can see, he will start in a state of invincibility. And unlike the other Wither, he actually has invincibility, but the original didn't, so it doesn't really matter. You can adjust this, though I forgot to. As you can see with this new model, the command block radiates energy, which is pretty much the only difference from the Engender mod, except maybe the rib cage is like slightly different at best. Now for the Engender mod's second Wither Storm phase, and as you can see, he grows a slightly bigger back from consuming any amount of certain entities. Which, yeah, he just grows a little. And as for the Crackers Wither Storm mod Wither Storm, you can see his second phase involves him growing somewhat of a back, though not as big as the Engender mods, is much more detailed than the Engender mods. Okay, from here on out, I'm just gonna call the Engender mod Wither Storm the Engender Storm, and the Crackers Wither Storm mod Wither Storm the Crackers Storm. Now the Engender mod's third stage, this is not it, this is actually its fourth stage, but the Wither Storm just grows so quickly that I wasn't able to catch the third stage on camera, but basically it's just it with the command block uncovered, which doesn't really matter. So this is its fourth stage, where, yeah, it gets the head and pretty much everything's the same, but the command block's covered in it gone. So as for the Cracker Storm's third phase, it is easier to catch on camera. As you can see, it's the same as the last phase, except now he has stuff flying around him, and he also has a tractor beam head with a tractor beam. Now for the Engender Storm's fourth stage, it will grow a tractor beam, or actually already had the tractor beam head, but it takes some time for it to activate. Basically, like a few seconds after it covers up the command block, its tractor beam will activate, so yeah. As for the Cracker Storm's fourth phase, although technically it's third because the mod considers its first phase as phase 0, so it's third to fourth phase. As you can see, it got 3 tentacles now, and its signature tractor beam head, which, yeah, as you can see, is sucking things up and stuff, and it still has a bunch of junk flying around it. And now is a good time to mention that the command block is covered up on this one, so yeah, there you go. As for the Engender Storm, one repeating theme you will notice is that it has more stages than the Cracker Storm, but this stage is basically the same as the other one, except it adds a single tendril, which you can see flapping around. Unlike the tractor beam, it doesn't really do much in this stage, but you will see it doing more in later stages, where it can actually hurt things. So as you can see now, the Wither Storm has grown humongously bigger, or the Engender Storm, and Now it has 3 Wither Storm heads and 5 tentacles, and it's built to be around the shape of a T. As for the Cracker Storm, as you can see, it still is pretty much the same, 3 heads, tentacles, T-shape, except its model is a lot more detailed than the Engender mods, and it has actual tractor beams instead of just, well, what are they called? Beacon lights, which are manufactured, whatever, it's done, but these tractor beams do not have the little, like, dotted lights that move around in the same way that the Engender mod does, but what this version has, you can control how fast it flies, how far it flies, and you can test how high it flies. Also, it has a bunch of random junk flying around it known as segments. These things aren't really particularly made up of anything too important, just like junk and stuff, so yeah. As for the Engender Storm's 7th form, you can see it grows a little bit bigger of a hunched back and has 2 larger tentacles. But as for the Cracker Storm, immediately you can see some things are different, such as it having a bigger, fatter head, and it having way more tentacles than it used to. Unlike the other one, it doesn't have 1 big tentacle. I believe it has 1 in the middle, but not 2 like the other. Other than that, it just got a bigger head. For the Engender Storm's 8th form, you can see it just got like a much bigger. That's pretty much the only difference. As for the Cracker Storm, as you can see, it got a much bigger head, still more detailed than the Engender mod. It has a few more tentacles, I think. It might have that second big one, maybe not, but as you can see, for some reason there's a bunch of glowy things on its head. I'm pretty sure that's a mistake or a glitch or something like that. Okay, I ain't even sure if this counts as a phase, but I'm gonna include it anyway, and that is Wither Storm Dead, where you basically kill the Wither Storm for the first time. You can see its ribcage is open, it's on the ground, and it's completely dead until you hit the command block. As for its second final stage, as you can see now, there are 3 Wither Storms, and yeah, basically the middle one is the main one, it has the biggest head of them all. There's 2 severed Wither Storms, they all got their own tentacles, and yeah, now for the Engender Storm's final form, where basically it just starts sucking everything in around it, like nothing's safe at this point, like it's death, doom, and gloom wherever it goes. It will keep summoning an endless amount of severed Wither Storms, each with 3 heads and tentacles that all do their own destruction. And the main one will just keep growing bigger and bigger. I tried to show him bigger on this, but my computer crashed. Yay! As for the Cracker Storm final form, it remains the same as the last, with 2 severed Wither Storms and the main one in the middle, except the middle one has grown much bigger, and the 2 severed Wither Storms have now gained 2 extra heads, which means every single Wither Storm has a head of their own. And just a quick little side note here, you can make it grow a little bigger, which puts a hole in its head, but I'm not exactly gonna count that as an extra form, so yeah. So in total, after comparing everything, the Engender mod has 9 forms, while the Cracker Storm has exactly about 11 and a half forms. So yeah, take that as you will. this whole video is filled with useless information about the Wither Storm, so yeah. So I'm gonna have to give a point to the Crackers Wither Storm for being more detailed and having more forms than the Engender Storm. After some thinking, the score is now officially, let's see, 0 for Engender, 1 for Crackers. Comparison number 2, Death, being ways to kill the Wither Storm. The way you kill the Engender Storm is by taking any regular diamond sword and enchanting it with the eraser command. If you want to make it a little bit easier, I guess you could add obliteration. Don't know what obliteration is, I just found it while looking for the eraser command in creative mode and thought, hey, why not add it? Might make killing the Wither Storm a little bit easier.
Poster.
And now you can see as I slay the Wither Storm. As you can see, the eraser sword does abnormally extreme amounts of damage. And as you can see, by slaying the Wither Storm, it starts shaking violently while exploding and spitting out a lot of obsidian. And you also get the achievement, the end of the beginning. As for ways to kill the Crackers Storm, technically there's 2. I'm not sure if this counts, but I'm gonna include it, and that is using the Formidabomb on the Wither Storm. As you can see, it takes some time to blow up, then everything turns white, and yeah, it pretends to die by just falling down. All the tractor beams deactivate. It has a rib cage. You can even walk on the Wither Storm. It really tries to make you think it's dead. And you get the achievement, the Strong Grow Weak. And now finally, the one and true proper way to kill the Cracker Storm. You first start by entering a giant hole in its head in the final form, where you will then enter the belly of the beast. You will then be tasked with finding the command block. Once you do, it's as easy as hitting it 4 times. Although at the very last hit, the heads come alive and you need to kill them before you can hurt it. Without further ado, here is the fight.
What would I do without your smile?
And voila! Just like that, you have killed the Wither Storm. This will get you the achievement One Story Ends, Another Begins, and it'll get you the legendary item, the Withered Nether Star, which currently has no uses.
Love your curves and all your edges.
Obliteration is, I just found it while looking for the eraser command in creative mode and thought, hey, why not add it? It might make killing the Wither Storm a little bit easier.
Well, yeah, it's in your back.
Poster.
And now you can see as I slay the Wither Storm.
Now use your purple hand.
Yes.
As you
Bring her
can
back.
see, the eraser sword does abnormally extreme amounts of damage. And as you can see, by slaying the Wither Storm, it starts shaking violently while exploding and spitting out a lot of obsidian. And you also get the achievement, the end of the beginning. As for ways to kill the Cracker Storm, technically there's two. I'm not sure if this counts, but I'm gonna include it, and that is using the Formidabomb on the Wither Storm. As you can see, it takes some time to blow up, then everything turns white, and yeah, it pretends to die by just...
I knew what size my eggs to be.
Careful there.
You're scared of chickens? Why? What, you got pecked by one? I'm not scared.